Solid. As soon as I come over to your house,
Yo.
Solid. As soon as I come over to your house,
Can we find a different way to say that, though?
Oh wow! Come on, yo! Come on!
This is no respect around here. You just
That's all,
whatever
man.
you want.
That's just not who Big Fish Brand is, man. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry you had to hear that.
Yes, I have no idea what you're talking about because I had to hit record when you were ripping the paper.
Oh, we started recording.
Hoodie Fish?
Oh, we live. I just dove into
Hoodie
it.
Fish today.
You know, I just want to say, guys, it was a good week of basketball. It was also kind of a dead week. A little bit, just a little bit of a dead week. I don't know about you guys. I felt like it was a dead week. There's some big news here and there, but compared to what we saw off season, beginning of season, now we're in that the low starting. And,
Yeah, we passed the early season high. We're in the regular season now.
No,
I don't know. There's been 3 ejections in the past week. These refs are getting out of control.
Oh my god! Wait. Can we get into the Draymond one? Because that was hilarious.
You know what?
Do you want to talk about the Draymond one? What about the Giannis one? That one was ridiculous.
Free Giannis, man.
Get that criminal out of here. Let's talk about the Draymond one.
And then the Jaren Jackson Jr. one. Oh my god!
You know what? Hey, let's hit the intro real quick. All right, then we can talk about all that good stuff. All right.
And then Adrian Griffin. Get them all out.
Welcome to the best basketball podcast in the nation. This is 5 on 5 with your hosts, Sadik, Big Fish, and Guled.
And 10.
I knew the energy was about to shift. So.
It's 2 weeks now.
Why can't I be the MVP of the league?
Mama, there goes that man. Pulls up, 3-pointers. Bang! Bang! It's good!
Some people just forget that the audio is still recording, but they're in the intro when they cough on the mic.
Was that me? Was that me? Did I cough?
You cough it with.
Didn't know it was a crime to cough.
Welcome to episode 4 of season 2 of 5 on 5. We got some injections, some good talking. But first, let me introduce the Coffin Man, the Star Man, the Juice Man, Big Fish.
How y'all doing tonight?
Standing on business.
We got my boy, all right, the Chelsea fan who's very happy today. But that's for 11 on 11. That's for 11-11. All right?
We do not bring that up, buddy.
Shout out 11 on 11. Shout out 11 on 11.
We got my boy 10%. 10, how you doing today?
That's how I met.
Hey, what's going on?
11 on 11.
What's going on, guys? I'm gonna say this right now. We're 3 weeks in, guys. I don't hear my name in the intro. What kind of organization are we running here?
I just feel like you gotta earn your name.
Yeah,
I gotta earn it.
You know what it feels like to me, 10?
You know
what it feels like to me? It feels like
what does it
we're
feel like?
a lawyer firm, and it says, Guled and Sadik and Big Fish, practice, right? And to be partner, right? If you want to be partner, I think you start. It's gonna take a minute.
That's not what my contract says. That's not what my agent said.
Yeah.
That's not
whatever your contract says.
My contract says, it says what it says.
Your contract says.
Big deal.
Written in. This is what we think of your contract.
What?
Okay. At any time.
We're just ripping papers today, huh?
And no classifier. Listen. And then we got the boy, the Derrick Rose super fan, the basketball eye tester.
Ooh.
We got Gigi Guled.
Ooh.
How you doing,
everybody? I'm doing good, man. Hey, Grizzlies beat the Clips.
Hey, we're gonna talk about that too.
Win number 2.
Okay, the first thing I do want to talk about because it was brought up in the pre-intro, whatever we call that, or the prequel. What the hell's going on in NBA and these injections? All right, what the hell's going on? I mean, go ahead, brother, and go ahead, please.
Who's empty?
Come on, bro.
Nah. I just feel like I've seen a lot of weird texts. I mean, we're not just going to talk about ejections. Let's just talk about the refereeing in general, and then we could touch on that at the end. I've seen a whole new bunch of faces. I've been watching a lot of games. I've been seeing a lot of new faces in these refereeing crews, right? A lot of people I don't know their names. So they're going really hard on this hanging on the rim rule. They're going really hard on text going early. They're giving you text early now. And, they're really so I don't know, man. We got to be careful. All right. We don't have our seasoned vets You know what I mean? We don't have our shout out to Celtics legend Eric Lewis that recently retired, man. We don't have him
Facts.
anymore.
Forced retired.
Yeah. Alleged forced retirement, honorably discharged. All right. But my question is, how did Tony's brother survive all this? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But no, the ejections has been wild. I watched the Golden State versus Cavs game yesterday where Draymond on a fast break kind of like allegedly trucked Donovan Mitchell into the stands, and then on the next play, Donovan Mitchell comes back and allegedly trucks him back, and I got Draymond, ejected. So we'll see.
No, let's talk about that. And 10, you can go ahead and ask me after this, but I just want to say, all right, the fact that this is what they went back after Donovan Mitchell retaliated, they went back and looked at that play. At the time, I was like, yeah, it was like I thought it was like, oh yeah, it was like not dirty, but I was like, it's a little cheap shot, but you move on. It wasn't a game, But then Don Mitchell
Yeah.
retaliated, and they said, "You know what, Draymond? Now it's a tech because he retaliated." I was like, "Bro,
I'll say this: as someone who actually watched the whole game and really remembers that part, Draymond was he was revving up right before that part. Let me tell you why. He got into it, Jared Allen. He started yelling, and honestly, the first quarter he got really disrespectful with the ref. Right, it was a foul. He looked at him, started yelling at him, and then when the ref kind of got into it, and that's the same ref who gave him the tech, and he was looking at the ref like, "Don't talk to me, shut up," stuff like that. So I'm not gonna say Draymond was on his angel stuff that game. All right,
Draymond.
But we know what it's about though. It's like we know the refs don't look at the players like every player is equal. They know about Draymond's track record. So if Draymond does one thing versus if another player does one thing, he's gonna get the shorter leash. And
Yeah.
also, I'm not defending it. Draymond, he's like, you could do you can kick him out. I'm not a fan of him, but but on the other hand, with Giannis, I think with that point, you have to know who people came to the game for. You can't eject Giannis for something like that.
That was one of the shortest stare downs I've ever seen in my life.
That was
video
making
evidence.
the ref.
He didn't even stare him down. He didn't.
Yeah, I know. It was just like
he was just right in
like
front
this.
of him.
Like this, him. He was like this.
That's what I'm saying. And
I've seen way worse.
yeah, that's the ref making the game about them, and then not about the player. And then something if it's a star player, refs you have to let that go. And I'm not no one's really a fan of that.
What happened to trash talk? Is my question. And I know Giannis wasn't even trying to trash. He just got hyped and yelled at.
He didn't yell. He didn't yell.
What did he do?
He literally locked eyes and looked away, like after the dunk.
In his direction.
Hey, brother, he dunked.
That's so weak.
That's whack.
He destroyed him on that dunk. He deserves to look at him.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sadik. My bad.
But y'all know that I love taunting. I love if it's deserved. If you're like that, there's some players back in the day, like Lance Stevenson, that would taunt. It'd be fun to watch. We're like, yeah, what is Lance really doing though? Some players are allowed to do a little. Giannis just dunked on someone in front of his family. Go, brother, go taunt a little bit. Allen Iverson, step over, taunt a little bit.
That makes the game a lot more entertaining. Yeah,
it makes more fun. It makes more fun to watch. And you know what else? And I'm calling out LeBron and KD on this. And I know I get it. AAU. I'm tired of all this buddy shit.
Look at
I'm
this.
tired of all this buddy shit.
I don't know how he went. First of all, Sadik.
The NBA soft now.
No, this is that
back in my day.
You know what? Let's scrap this technical talk and go straight to it. Because I know Sadik's on the other side of this argument. KD replied to a fan that said, "I'm tired of this all friendly business, blah, blah, blah." And KD responded, "You act like two dudes who are cool with each other can't compete just as hard, right?" And LeBron quoted that or replied with a picture of Charles Barkley and MJ.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, can you be competitive without all that fantasy that Sadik wants? That everyone barks at you type stuff. Sadik, go.
Thank you. I'm going to give a great example. We've all hooped together. There's no one more competitive than me and Guled. All right? Me and Guled have full-on hate each other.
I don't believe that. Go ahead.
Okay. Anyways, right? All right. Me and Guled have had give ball sessions where I didn't talk to him for a day after. All right. Okay. My issue, friends can absolutely be competitive with each other. All right, me and you at least still argue about my two hands in the back, which wasn't two hands in the back. All right, but that's
Don't bring
whatever.
that here. Don't bring that
I'll
here.
bring
Don't
it
bring that
everywhere.
here.
All
Don't
right.
bring that here.
My point is though, everybody's buddy. I want some stars to hate. I just drew one, so I'm getting so excited. Okay, I want some stars to hate each other, just a little bit. I'm talking. Just give me like, yo, I don't like this other person on the other team. All right,
There is that. There is that.
no,
There's
I
some
know,
of that.
but it's not there on the highest level. Like like and I'm not a Jordan fan. Like I'm not a Jordan super fan. I'm not. But Jordan. There's some stars that Jordan like. Yo, I didn't. I said Thomas. I didn't. This guy, I don't like him. And LeBron is great. He's a nice guy. All right. I'm not dissing LeBron when I say this. Please don't twist it. All right. But LeBron's friends with everyone. LeBron is the nicest guy in the NBA. All right. Was Kobe friends with everyone? And this is a question. Was Kobe friends with everyone?
Yes.
He wasn't friends with everyone. You know, there's come on.
Hey,
You
now,
know,
now,
No,
now,
but
now,
Sadik,
that ball tips off. Now that ball tips off.
you
Don't
know.
try to
but
be
Sadik,
righteous.
be real
You're
though.
not, buddy.
Be real. Do you think just because everybody might be buddy now that the quality of the game is lower?
No, it's
Everybody
not.
everybody
No.
grew up together.
Yeah,
Everybody grew up with AU. They all have known each other since they're in middle school, maybe
yeah,
earlier, right?
yeah.
So of course they could still compete with each other, but it doesn't reduce the quality of the game. But I know
No,
what you're saying. You're like
yeah.
you feel like it'd be more fun if there actually was like legit beef
Some
between
hate.
people.
I'm not. Listen, I get
Yeah.
it. You know.
I want some more Dylan Brooks and some more Ant Edwards out there.
Thank you. That's all I
Yeah,
want. That's a,
Dylan Brooks knows that, and then now he made that a lane for himself because if you think
Dylan the
about what
villain.
Dylan Brooks, yeah, well, like, cause like when you see what he does on the court, you can find so many people that do it on the court, but like he cut a lane for himself of just getting in people's heads. I like
Yo,
it though.
I just love that video of him just staring at LeBron warming up. That thing.
That needs
You
that
know
needs to
what?
be
You
that
know
needs
what?
to be the cover of that needs to be the cover of this podcast.
Yeah.
You know what though? And this is a perfect. This is a perfect example. LeBron had every excuse to say, "Oh yeah, I don't like Dylan Brooks." Not even say it. This is something where like LeBron said, "Oh yeah, Dylan Brooks is a great guy. Has just spawned the league." I'm just saying, like, and again, I'm going back to like Kobe, Jordan. I'm comparing two goats, right? I'm talking highest level. Kobe would have been like, okay, Dylan's getting nice, I guess. You know, but
Nah,
like LeBron's just so nice. He's just so nice. He complimented the guy.
Now Kobe walk in the locker room pregame and be like, "I'm about to give you 50, young man."
Yeah, you know. I know LeBron knows that he's better than Dylan Brooks. I know he knows that. He knows that he can score on Dylan Brooks. He knows
Does
that.
he? Does he?
I don't know. He
Because
should.
he lost by 30 and scored
He
18.
did. He did. But my whole opinion is this. All right, LeBron's such a nice guy, and he really paved the way for the new NBA. But I just think we lost a little bit of that hatred. I just want someone to be like, "Yo, Dylan Brooks is ass." Okay, he's not guarding me. He just yells.
That
Hey,
gives
Curry-
Dylan what he wants. So that's what Dylan's looking for.
Curry does that.
Curry does the and listen. Maybe that's why Curry's better than LeBron. No, okay, I'm kidding. We're done. But I do have a question for you guys. This is something that I saw. And Guled, I'm gonna go at you since you said Anthony Davis would be MVP. Why is it that the LA Lakers are a different team the second LeBron James is off the court?
Well, that's a great question.
Thank you.
They're dealing with some injuries right now. We'll give them that little free injury excuse, but at the same time, they're still figuring out rotations. Anthony Davis has been banged up. Hey, he's also playing really well on defense. So let's give him a little credit. He's in a defensive player of the year running right now, but I think they're still trying to figure out how to maximize Austin Reeves on the court. They're having different troubles of rotations, to be quite honest, and a bunch of people injured. That's what I'm seeing, and it's early.
Yeah.
I will say though, I've noticed something about these new LeBron teams. They can't stay focused. They get too high and low. You know, LeBron teams, you'll win one night, you lose by 30 the next. I feel like it's the same thing for the past ever since he's been in LA. Really, you know, back on Cleveland, back on the Heat, back on Cleveland before that, they would start by playing good basketball for like long extended periods of time. I just feel like lately it's been so high and low with these teams.
Why is that?
I don't know if I can answer that. I don't know if I can answer
LeBron?
that. I mean, it's easy to just point the finger at Bron.
I'm just asking the common denominator.
Wait,
That's
are you saying is Brown the issue?
No. Not the issue. LeBron is the reason LA is a competent team right now. Off what we've seen, is a competent team. With the second LeBron is off the court, their offense, not defense. 'Cause I agree with it. I think defensively,
Yeah.
AD has done a great job. But 10, I'm like the second LeBron
Yeah.
off the court. That team has no identity. I don't know what they're
No,
doing out there.
I know damn well all those years ago when LeBron came to the Lakers, if you told him in 2023 that the Lakers will live and die by him being on the floor, and as soon as he steps off the floor, their plus minus drops all the way down, that's gonna be ridiculous. Because even right now, he has. If before the season started, I think we all can agree this is like on paper one of the most talented Lakers teams over the last few years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they have AD. He's healthy so far. Like define healthy with AD. We all know about that.
Healthier.
Healthier. We don't know how long it's gonna go, but Austin Reeves. This is the year that everyone expected him to take the jump, and they have a lot of pieces, right? But as soon as LeBron steps off the floor, they're a whole different team, and he needs to be on the floor for them to have a chance. And I think we all know that LeBron's getting older. Over the last few years, we saw that he's been getting injured a lot more frequently. If he's off the floor, then or if he misses time, they're gonna lose a lot of games, and they're gonna like end up having to get to the point where second half of the season they're gonna have to like chase to kind of like secure a playoff spot. So I don't think they have to make a move. They just have to figure out their rotation and who really needs to dominate the ball. And I think we all know that's AD. They need to kind of make sure he can keep the ship afloat.
Yeah. I think it was Abdi who said it. It was like, he was like two things he said so far have been very true. I think Abdi said early on that Darwin Ham is terrible with rotations, horrendously bad with rotations. Like I think he just goes on 2KU and just tries out jump shots. And okay, and these 5 people that I agreed with. All right. I think other thing Abdi said, and I'm very sad to say because me and Glitter hired him, and it's early, but Gabe Vincent has just not been Gabe Vincent.
He's been hurt though. He's been hurt.
He's been hurt, I know, but he's just not been. I thought he would take the job from D'Lo. I said it. I thought he would be like, hey, the perfect LeBron James point guard. I just haven't seen that yet.
I don't like that D'Lo's having some fake success on this team right now because I just don't think that he
fake success.
I don't. I'm hearing teammates he's praising all the teammates and gassing them up and whatnot. I think D'Lo doesn't belong in the Lakers.
What?
I don't think he belongs on Lakers. I think
Ooh,
okay.
I think they should have tried to get Drew Holiday. I think they can use someone who's more.
Drew Holiday's not gonna end. He's not gonna get traded 2 times in a season though. If you were to pick a point guard,
I'm talking about instead of the Celtics getting him. I think they should have went for him. I think this is an example. I think they need maybe a Mike Conley type point guard, like a smart point guard. There's.
I feel like they can get it done with the D'Lo and AD with LeBron off the court though, because
but
D'Lo's a good facilitator. He's not a good defender. If you're talking about you need a defensive point guard, I see what you mean. But D'Lo, he could pass and he can make threes and he can actually get a shot for himself.
But when he goes cold, brother, he goes colder than cold. You saw him in the playoffs last year. He'll shoot you out the game.
In crunch time, LeBron's going to be there. He's not going to really get those crunch time shots, but I think D'Lo could be a decent starting point guard.
We've seen LeBron. He likes to pass the ball at the end of games, apparently. What if that ball ends up in D'Lo's hands?
And you haven't seen ice in his veins, D'Lo? You haven't seen that D'Lo before?
I haven't seen it in a long time.
I don't know,
ice in his veins?
I'm just saying.
I haven't seen it
I'm just saying they can do better.
I don't know, Guled. I thought
I'm not going to defend the Lakers. I have a hard time defending the Lakers, though.
How do they even sneak into the topics?
Well, I mean, because really, I was using them as a way to transition to another LA team that I really wanted to talk about.
No, yeah,
really wanted to talk about. Let me tell you, and last year I called him. I've been glad. I said it last year. I've been saying it every year. Okay, when someone tells you who they are, when someone shows you their true colors, believe them.
Don't do it.
Believe them. James Harden has been, I'm gonna calm down because y'all know how I feel about James Harden. Okay, someone else, please tell me what the hell's going on with the Clippers, and they haven't won a game since I think right now they just lost to the Grizzlies.
0-4, by the way, guys. 0-4
now, right?
They didn't lose to just the Grizzlies. They lost to a Marcus Smart on the floor assist.
No, that pass was nuts.
Dog.
That pass was nuts.
That's that dog. I miss you, Marcus.
Dude,
what is going on, Abdi? Or anyone tell me.
We're talking about the Clippers?
I actually have not been able to watch a Clippers game because they've been in New York and it's blacked out. so I can't watch it. So I'm able to catch
Lacked
it late.
out, bro.
Interesting.
Fucking racist.
Interesting.
Go ahead, Guled.
I mean, they haven't had the chance to figure out each other's game, but it's really like we mentioned before, it's not a cohesive lineup with all four of those guys and Zubats on the floor. It's unfortunate because they had one of the best offensive and defensive ratings with those three guys, Paul George, Kawhi, and Russell Westbrook, when they were all like alone before Harden got there, and then they just messed up and made this trade.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they're gonna get out of this. This is really bad. This is not a good look for Harden. Kawhi is frustrated. Apparently, Kawhi, recently today actually took a long time to go back to the bench after a timeout and was like visibly frustrated. However,
You
that
know what?
looks. He's
As much as
probably glitching, fam.
as much as as much as we say that Kawhi's quiet, all that, Kawhi often shows exactly what he means and with his body language. There's been moments
Without saying anything, even
without
though,
saying
yeah,
anything, like there's been moments in his NBA career where like the time he posted up Paul George and his whole face said, "Oh, this is easy work." The time
yeah,
someone didn't pass the ball, he went.
Yeah, I'm not. This might be single handedly one of the. I don't want to say the worst trades, but the most unnecessary trades that is messing up a team. I haven't seen something like this before, where you trade for a big ticket player like James Harden, and your team just tanks.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
I said it. I said it when they got traded. They literally, when they traded for Harden, it didn't fix any of their team needs. It just added a lot of things that they already had. And I have a change to make. I know when they first made the trade, I said, of course, Harden and Westbrook are not going to stay, cannot start together. I still think that's true. I think we all know that's true now. But I have a slight change I have to make, guys.
You said someone will be benched, right?
I said Russell West. I said we got to feel for Westbrook because if anyone's going to go to the bench, it's going to be him, even though he was playing well. Guys, we know it's not going to happen. We know it's not going to happen. James Harden needs to be benched, bro.
No.
He needs to be benched. No.
Ted. Let me say something.
Hear me out.
I know.
Can you hear me?
I know. I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
I know. Let me say this. James Harden doesn't need to be benched. James Harden needs to go up to Ty Lue and say, "Bench me." If James Harden wants to save his career, if James Harden wants to turn the narrative, he goes to Ty Lue and he says, "I messed up the team's chemistry. I'm the reason why we're losing. I am James Harden, and I am putting myself on the bench."
Guled, you watch a lot of basketball, okay? You watch a lot of basketball. And when I say a lot of basketball, you've watched a lot of James Harden over the last few years. What in your mind tells you it's going to be a possibility in James Harden's brain that he's going to be able to take accountability ever in his life? It's always someone else's fault. But let me tell you why they need to bench Harden.
Ever in his life? Come on, bro. You don't know.
You know what? No, Ted.
In his basketball life. Can I tell you why Harden needs to be benched though?
Why?
First of all, they had a good start to the season. Westbrook was finally playing well.
Fantastic start. Paul George was playing at an MVP level.
And do you know why I feel like Paul George and Kawhi were playing well with Russell Westbrook? Because Russell Westbrook was actually pushing the pace on offense. Harden slows everything down. He's the guy who
he's a system though. He's a system though.
He's the hey bro. Like what is that? The system.
Let him land.
But Westbrook was the one that's actually pushing the offense, pushing in transition. Harden, of course, he likes to set people up and create offense for himself. But when he says he's a system, it's kind of like it's another word. He's the ball stopper of the team, and then that's why Westbrook can't really play on the court with him. That's why Paul George kind of needs to make his I heard him say he kind of needs to find his way to be the glue guy. Paul George can't be the glue guy of that team, right? So I think if Harden wants to be the system that he is, his system needs to be the second unit. That's what his system needs to be.
I'm telling you what. How would you guys feel? Just think about this though. How would you guys feel about James Harden if you heard that he went to Ty Lue and said, "Put me on the bench"? What would you guys think?
I would respect him so much. It'd be okay, someone, but no NBA star ever do. No NBA star will ever do that. Let's get out of the way. All right, no NBA star, especially one that was leading in assists last year.
I think Jimmy should do it.
Bro, first off, Jimmy did, the Heat team will collapse.
I'm just telling you, that's a good PR move, man.
No, but it's not about. Listen, let me tell you my issue with James Harden, right? Let me tell you, and y'all know how I feel about it. I'm not the biggest fan. Okay, all right. Let me tell you where. And I'm not talking about prime James Harden was the most was one of the most unstoppable NBA players I've ever seen in my life. Let me get that out of the way. Let me get that out of the way right now.
One of the most unstoppable regular season players. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, right. But let me get it out of the way, right? I've never seen someone prime score 50 anytime he wanted. Anytime he wanted, he could score 50 and get 10 assists. All right, I thought that was right. Here's my issue with James Harden. All right, he went to the Rockets. He got Dwight Howard. It didn't work out. All right, they traded him. All right, you didn't want your coach. You know what, James Edward Harden Jr. But this is a message to you.
You know his middle name?
Yes, I know his full name. All right.
I don't know if it's actually Edward.
No, it is.
Someone fact check that.
It's
Okay,
James
go ahead.
Edward Harden Jr. This is for you, buddy. All right. You didn't want your coach McHale, so they fired him and brought you a Mike D'Antoni. And you wanted the ball more. Mike D'Antoni said, "We got you. You got the ball more. You wanted Chris Paul, and we were tired of Chris Paul. They traded Chris Paul. Okay. All right. James Harden. Okay. You are a disappointment for your talent level. Are you talented? Yes. One of the best shooting guards? Yes. All right. But when every time it got too hot in the kitchen, you walked away from the fire. All right. You went to the Brooklyn Nets. I know what happened there. COVID, Kyrie, crazy. Why can't you say just one more year? 1 year? You left. He left the Rockets. Went to Nets for 1 year. You left to James to what's his name? Daryl Morey, who loves you, by the way. Who all right, in the
Loved.
past loved you. All right. He traded for you. Okay, he brought you all your friends, PJ Tucker, Daniel House. All right, he brought you. You were the MVP. All right, and you say be your system. We all saw him versus Celtics. Outside of 1 or 2 games, he was not there consistently. That's been his biggest issue. Because my biggest issue with James Harden is yes, he's a superstar, but you can't pick and choose when to be a superstar. You can't, especially in the playoffs. And come to LA. All right. Hey, come to LA, all right? And when summer's finally clicking, okay, Paul George playing a high level, rushes back to just being a good damn NBA player on the court, all right?
And you call him your friend.
Huh? Yeah, you call him your friend. But all you've done is derail his career at every step of the way, okay? Every step of the way. I'm tired of you, James Harden, all right?
I have one question for you, Sadik.
Oh my God!
No, wait, I'm not done.
First the Dallas announcer. Now Sadik.
And I'm gonna say one more thing. My suggestion
Yeah,
is this.
flamed.
He doesn't love basketball, which is fine. You don't have to love basketball, all right? But you, on your off days, you know, Jokic is 50-50 with basketball. On his off days, though, he's working. Like, not off season, but, like, at practice. You want to go – you are in Vegas and strip clubs. You're drinking the night before, all that.
Wow, we're getting a little crazy
No,
now. We're getting a little crazy now.
Why are you getting involved now? Why are you getting involved now, FD?
No. But let me land. My issue is this, though. All right? I don't care if you live that lifestyle and go there and score 40. Congratulations. You are living every black man's dream. All right, go there, party.
We got to bring color into this, man. Like, what are we doing?
Strike two. I got one more, nigga. I got one more. All right? My issue, James Harden, is that you do that and then you try to go finesse your way into the perfect system, perfect opportunity for championship. It is a failure because when you half-ass basketball will half-ass you. All right, and get your shit together.
Wow.
You want to win a championship, then learn how to play like a champion. Learn how to train like a champion. Stop doing all those and play basketball.
It's too late, man. He's stuck in his ways. He's stuck in his ways.
Done with this, man.
No,
I'm walking away.
I think he got it. Oh my gosh, he walked away from the mic, ladies and gentlemen. He walked away from the mic, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm still here, nigga.
Isn't that crazy?
Get him out of here.
I'm not gonna lie. You're on like a 3-minute timeout. But isn't it crazy how well the Sixers are playing now too? Now that he's gone,
they are playing like a beautiful team, man. Like
I saw from game 1. By the way, I'm letting you know.
You saw from game 1.
I said,
did you see this jump from Tyrese Maxey though?
Yeah, I saw game 1.
As in
Tyrese Maxey just scored
MVP.
50 points against the Pacers tonight.
No, he didn't. You making that up? Are you serious?
Right now he's top 5 in MVP odds.
The Tyrese Maxey part. This is the Sixers' greatest freaking outcome ever. How are they gonna mess this up? If they mess up Tyrese Maxey. Oh, and by the way, our prayers to Kelly Oubre.
Oh no, that sucks.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that guy that tweeted that the game before, someone find him. Someone, I don't know if you saw Guled, someone tweeted and said that Kelly Oubre should get hit by a car after he lost him a bet or something. We need to
Damn.
investigate that guy, and we need to lock him up. But yeah,
That
praise
sucks
for
though.
Kelly Oubre.
He was playing some of the best basketball of his career, and now
This is
he's
his
gonna
redemption team.
he's
Yeah.
gonna miss significant time with like a rib injury and hip injury, and that's just sucks. So
They said it's not season ending though, so he should be back hopefully before the playoffs.
I
That's
know, but
crazy,
still, I know, but he was a big part of their team right now. But
Let's
Yeah.
Sixers playing well. That's good.
let's pivot to something that's also season ending. LeBron's Miami comments about him not him to be successful if he didn't go to Miami. Thoughts?
At some point, you would have wanted.
He said he would be just as dominant if he didn't go to the Miami Heat.
He's a goddamn lie.
I
He's
just
a
don't
goddamn
like.
lie. No. You guys had your turn. I'll talk now.
Go ahead.
Someone
ahead.
who has firsthand experience with this guy. Let me tell you something. As a man, when you're chosen for a certain path, you have to go back to the places that you were scared of. You have to go back to the places that you cried at. What am I talking about? Boston. All right. The pressure. All right. I'm telling you, that series, his first series in Miami versus Boston, is what made him as dominant now. What showed him when to score. What flipped the switch in his head. He was always talented. But to flip the switch into taking over the entire game, it was that pressure. I don't think he gets that pressure if he stays in Cleveland. I don't think he gets it. I think he gets comfortable. I think he signs another big deal. They don't get more talent near him, and he just becomes a what if, a dominant player, an Embiid. Sorry. I didn't mean to go that far, but you get it. All right, pressure makes him. He had to get that pressure.
I think I need to play devil's advocate, right?
Who is this empty character? Damn.
Sorry,
The fish.
sorry, Nick. We one, and I'm gonna get it away. Y'all know that I think 2013 LeBron James is the best player I've ever seen in my own two eyes. Let me get it the way. That's my opinion.
Which is wrong, but go ahead.
Which is my opinion. All right, but let me get it the way.
Yeah,
okay?
opinions could be wrong. Yeah.
Okay. I think would he be a dom? Would he still be a top player in the league? 100%. Probably still number one in that era, right? I think Miami, like they have the whole thing about like their workouts, how they're. I think that was a big help to him as well. Playing with a great like D Wade. Seeing, and we all know D Wade is one of the hardest working players in the offseason of all. Which I know Bron is too. But Miami, if you're Miami, you work. Is what they do is what the whole Heat culture thing is. All right. All right, I think that would have definitely helped him. I think that definitely helped him go become even more dominant. All right. Now, would he still be dominant? Yeah, he's not winning a ring in Cleveland, like or only one. The one thing I disagree with is the pressure thing because the second LeBron, especially in that time, he was already being compared to Jordan. They're like, "Where's the ring?" That's why he went to
that's a
Miami.
different
Yeah.
pressure. That's a different pressure. That's a different pressure from I'm talking about, Sadik. The pressure of the pressure is this. I have D Wade. I have Chris Bosh. I'm in Miami. I made this team. I just lost maybe the easiest ring versus Mavs, right? Whole world's on me now. My back is against the wall. I don't have any excuses.
How you gonna respond, 12?
How are you gonna respond? D Wade said this is your team. All right. He was supposed to, he's the best player in the league. All right. He's supposed to be taking over Kobe at that point.
Yeah.
Some said he already did. I'm just saying, figuratively, right?
Yeah.
So that is a different pressure than just something people say on the media every 2 weeks. I'm talking about that's life-changing pressure. That pressure that he earned, because that's a responsibility that he earned there. Let him move the way he wanted to when he went back to Cleveland. It let him move the way because he knows what it took. He knows that this is a LeBron James story. This is a LeBron story. You're gonna David Blatt, whatever, gone.
Yeah.
Go get me K Love. Go get me this. Go get me JR. I'm gonna build this.
Your first overall pick, Andrew Wiggins for Caleb.
He found out. He found out. Yo, if we're gonna lose, it's gonna be my fault. It's gonna be my fault if we lose.
And that's a fact. And you don't get
that in Cleveland.
100% agree with Abdi. That's for LeBron James to try to discount what happened during his Miami days where he was a villain is a discredit to the whole Heat. it's a discredit to that whole part of the story, and I just don't understand why.
Yep.
This is why old heads don't like LeBron. He's
Too nice.
Every
trying to control the narrative too much.
Yeah, every year more and more he's becoming more of like his own talking head. You know what I mean? Like he's not quiet about he wants his respect every day now. You know?
Yep.
It's not the same. It's not the same as it used to be where, you know, he would show you, you know? And now he's like, I'm the king. I did this. I did that. Brother,
I'm
you
a
still
talking point. After you, I'll go.
You below 500 right now, brother. You still on the floor. You know, and not even just that. You're wrong. You're loud and you're wrong.
Yeah.
This is not
Wait,
true.
Was
at
he really
all
wrong? I don't think he was wrong though.
He'd be dominant as a player in terms of stats and everything like that. But he developed his mind. He developed his mind in Miami, which is the whole other part of the game.
But the thing about, because he was saying that, of course, he wouldn't have as many rings if he was on the Heat.
It's not about rings, too, by the way. I'm just saying the mindset he developed.
Different. But it's not about the rings.
But let's talk about where he came from. He came from Cleveland, right? He didn't really win anything. He was a great player. But are we really acting like if he didn't only go to Miami, he wouldn't be the player that he is today?
He wouldn't.
If he chose to go to another great organization, not only Miami wasn't the only option he could have gone to.
That's a good
he
point.
could have got options in.
That's a good point.
There are different options he could have gone to. Miami are the ones that's like they kind of feel like they're the LeBron saviors. They're the ones that made him a top 2 in the GOAT conversation. Yep. He had options to go anywhere else. He could have built a team in New York. He could have built a team in LA that time. He could have built a team. He had so many different options. But I will say, to Big Fish's point, Miami, when he lost that first finals to the Mavericks, that Tom had to win. And then I feel like if that didn't happen to him, when he went back to Cleveland, which he had to leave for them to get Kyrie to win that championship, I feel like that's what taught him how to win. But the thing is, I'm not putting all this weight on Miami like this Heat culture made LeBron.
It wasn't Miami. It was the moment. It was the moment.
But that moment could have came in a lot of different places.
It could have. But listen, you're talking about.
We're talking about it though. He discredited Miami. He discredited Miami. He said he. So you can't just, even if you bring up these hypotheticals. Miami happened no matter what. He did everything.
He gave them credit though. He said, I'll be a great player, which we all know, but he also said less rings. That's giving Miami credit.
That's not even just less rings.
No, he said
he got embarrassed. He got embarrassed versus the Mavs. Okay?
Embarrassed.
If that never happened, he would have never. You think he would come back 3-1 against the best team, one of the best teams ever created? He did. He was meant to. He was mentally.
If he didn't go to Miami.
If he didn't have those experiences in Miami,
I know. Of course,
they'd be thrown in the fire.
Yeah, we could talk about hypotheticals because he only went to Miami, but I'm saying if he went to a different team and that situation where he choked in the finals and came back next year, he could have got that same experience in other places. It wasn't just Miami that made that for him.
I don't know if Carmelo Anthony is telling LeBron that's your team, brother.
I think Carmelo Anthony definitely tell LeBron that's his team.
No, he's not. Look, I'm coming off the bench. Hey, P, they say I'm coming off the bench.
Big Fish.
Go ahead. Yeah. Oh, Big Fish, go ahead.
I have a question for Mohamed Sadik.
We're saying full Govey?
Okay. Guled, please tell me if I'm out of line. This is LeBron James replying to something on Twitter, right?
Mm-hmm.
About his career, about his choices, about how dominant he would be.
Mm-hmm.
But when KD do it, he's insecure.
Yeah.
You know, but KD's known to be insecure. This looks insecure to me.
Very.
Okay, no, it is. But
don't roll over. Don't roll over. Stand on business.
What LeBron responded to was someone saying, not even someone, Legion Hoops, all right, saying LeBron said it already.
Yeah,
right? Before LeBron says he'd be just as dominant if he never went to Miami Heat.
Yeah.
Or whatever, Anthony, whatever. Agree. LeBron said, so LeBron just doubling down something he already said to the media.
Okay.
KD,
but he brought it to Twitter though.
If I tweet, yeah, but no, but my issue. Okay, I'm glad you brought this up. But
you're doing too much. They're both defending their legacy on the internet.
No, but it's different. You don't.
It's not different.
How do we pivot to KD?
It's not different.
Can I respond?
No.
Can I respond?
No.
You have
reply to my question.
Okay.
Stop trying to change it. Reply to my question.
No, it's not because when KD does it, people say KD you suck. KD will respond to that. Go look at LeBron. People say he sucks every single day, and no one and he never responds to that stuff.
Can
He
I be your
responds.
lawyer, Sadik? Can I be your
Go
lawyer,
ahead.
Sadik?
Go ahead.
I think we're discounting the fact. I know you're comparing KD to LeBron. I think a part of it is the way LeBron tweets too. Everybody loves how LeBron tweets. He's
LeBron's
the
an old man when he
top.
tweets.
No, he tweets like a high
And
schooler.
LeBron, no, LeBron is all of our parents when they found out what emojis were. Like he's emoji after
And
every word.
hashtags.
I'm tired of that freaking crown emoji. Wait till you retire.
No, I could make a fake LeBron account and tweet exactly. The top two funniest tweeters in NBA history are Magic Johnson and LeBron, and I feel like people just like to see LeBron tweet. That's why they kind of let it go. But
Magic uses that what's that AI program, chat whatever.
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Look, my whole thing is MD. All right, is that it says it in the intro. Okay, leave me alone. Look, the
It doesn't.
it does. I know. I'm covering my ass.
Cuckoo.
When KD responds to people, and not as much anymore, but like in the off season when he's free, he responds to people saying, "KD, you suck," whatever, insulting him. LeBron doesn't respond to people insulting him. He doesn't.
All KD does is respond to people who try to
Insulting
make
him.
it more than basketball. All he says,
No, but
okay, like what that you're trying to make it
okay, no,
sound
no,
like
what I'm saying, LeBron has never done that. I'm moving on. But look,
LeBron
LeBron,
has done that.
but not as much as KD, not even close to
Okay,
much
fine,
as
fine,
much
fine,
as
fine.
KD.
It's just you're never gonna let it go. It's one of
No,
those.
I didn't bring it. You know
It's
what?
just one of those. It's just
I'm
one of
tired
those.
of arguing with you every episode. I need a new co-host, a new one. You're fired. And leave the show. You're
Okay.
free to go. No kidding. All right.
Oh no.
All right. Before we go to Q&A, guys, is there anything that happened this week did anyone talk about? Go ahead, dude. Go ahead. This is all
No. Since our in-house Celtics, correspondent doesn't watch the games, it doesn't want to bring it up. My fault.
Oh,
My
we can
fault.
talk about the Celtics if you
No,
want.
no, no, no.
No,
I don't want to talk about the Celtics. I want to talk about this moment, and it's something we've spoken about
Which moment?
before.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
This is falling under the category of unwritten rules, right?
Yeah.
The Boston Celtics last night, Saturday night, right? We're up big on the Toronto Raptors, and the whole bench was in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Joe Mazzulla calls a challenge, and there's like 3 minutes left in the game. And Dennis Schroeder, my dog,
MVP
my
of
dog,
the world.
has a problem with it and lets our coach know face to face. And then their coach lets us know that he has a problem with it, right? And he says, in the little journalist snippet, whatever, says, you don't do that, man. It's trying to disrespect us, this and that. And then Joe's snippet said, listen, those 5 that come in at garbage time, that's not garbage time to them. That's minutes to them. And I'm going to coach them the same way that I coached the starting 5.
That's what I'm talking about.
So if I take a challenge from my star player, I'm going to take a challenge for whoever's in the game because I'm going to back those guys. Now, to you guys, do you think that's tacky? Do you think he's or are you with Joe for coaching the game the same way for whatever lineup is in? Go ahead.
Ask all 3 Celtics fans. Go ahead.
I got you. First of all,
3?
I think we all agree on this.
2 others.
Of course, the losers are gonna say that's not what we do. I'm 100% for running the score up. We're all on the basketball court. If you're on the court, I'm assuming you're fighting for minutes too in garbage time. No one's gonna roll over and say, "Yo, we're not gonna play hard." You know what I mean? Like, of course, like
no, but the challenge is what got them. The challenge is what got them.
The challenge is what got them because, of course, they're fighting for all the
calling a timeout at the end of 2K when you're already up 30. Everyone's just gonna quit.
Listen, bro. we don't care, man.
I don't have a problem with it because
I don't have no problem.
I respect you for picking up with those guys.
Non-Celtics fan.
I think it was a problem. I think it was a problem, but that response by Joe Mazzulla was so masterful that I just have to respect it.
It was, and I'm gonna say something else. I don't care if he came up with it in the moment, or I don't care if that's really what he thought the whole time. That's a championship response and or mindset.
It is.
That's
cool.
a championship. We're like, I'm here to coach. I'm not here to please you. All right, the Raptors, I don't know them. I'm not here to please you. I'm here for the Boston Celtics for banner 18. That's what I'm here for.
I'm not gonna lie. The Joe Mazzulla or whoever who's been working on the documentary for the 2023 Celtics this year, they've been doing a good job from just bringing back I'm just not letting you know from an outsider looking in, bringing in these old Celtics, just the trailers for the season, the way the trades happen, the way y'all are rolling right now. Now this.
They got the script.
This is a great documentary. Just please finish it. You guys got to finish
it's gonna come full
Please
circle, man.
finish it.
Do not let Tyrese Maxey take you guys down.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
I don't know.
Never
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think you guys have one guy who could keep up with the speed of him downhill.
Even if we don't finish it, please show it to like the other half of the world so they think we won a championship. You know what I mean? The ones who get the news a little later.
Yeah, no, y'all doing a good job with the script this year.
All right.
That's a great segue.
I was trying to do the transition. I couldn't think of one, man. We're going to go to Q&As. You know, honestly, we got to figure out how to do a better way to Q&As. I think the most effective way is me straight DMing and texting every single person, ask us a question now.
Cold DM.
Yeah.
Discord. Tell them that. Tell everyone to join.
Yeah, we got to get people in Discord.
You better not just cold DM everybody that we follow.
Yeah. I mean, I should. I'm going to make an AI for it. First question. Should I just kind of worded weird, but if Harden doesn't change his style of play, could he possibly be cut?
No.
Cut?
Come on. No, he's not being cut. He gets paid too much. Next question.
Okay.
He won't get cut, but he has. I feel like he could lose his spot in the rotation.
I mean, okay. How about this?
Why hasn't he gotten Evan Fournier yet? Tibbs is not having any of this. I'm letting y'all know right now. Tibbs is not having any of this. He would have got Evan Fournier by now.
First of all, it's only been 1 week. You don't know what Tyron was going to do.
Let me tell you something, Guled. If Tibbs got Harden, that's like giving a Bugatti to a hillbilly, boy. They don't know what they're doing with it.
I'm not going to lie, Tibbs would be great with Harden because...
How you turn this thing on? Is there a button?
I'll tell you why you're wrong. Tibbs is really good with running one guy into the ground. I know he has a graveyard of guys that he's done that too. All right.
Yeah.
Are you telling me he's going to finish Harden's career?
He would let Harden because Tibbs doesn't know what he's doing on offense, and Harden does.
Guys, at the end of the day, we're talking from a basketball point of view, from an ownership point of view. Second Tibbs or any other coach try to do that, they'll watch and be like, "Hey, you're playing Harden for 38 minutes today. Sorry, buddy."
All right, there's one more Clipper question. Is Harden really the problem? And I say no, Harden's not really the problem because at the end of the day, this is a franchise who made the move, in my opinion, because they know what he is. But go ahead, Sadik.
I'll go.
I'm gonna guess who. Well, I have no idea. I'm gonna guess who asked.
Come on. We're not doxing our Q&As. We're not doxing.
We know who.
We're not doxing.
Know who asked the question.
So I'm right. Okay, listen. My answer to this person specifically. All right, D-boy. My answer to you, okay, is this: Harden's not the problem, but the issue is that when they trade for Harden, he's also not the solution. That's the issue. Harden's not the problem. He's not the solution.
That's a very intelligent. What about you, 10?
We're only looking at this season. Let's just look at the evidence. Before Harden came to the Clippers this season versus after Harden came to the Clippers this season. Let's apply that question right now. Before Harden came to the Clippers, they're looking like a very promising team with Russell Westbrook running the offense at point guard. After, they have not won one game. Harden's the problem right now.
Okay. Now this is hitting a little home, all right? Because a certain fan of our podcast has been pushing an agenda to me for the last week or so, and we actually watched a few games, and I will say did not look good for the culprit in hand. All right, is Trae Young a top 10 PG right now? All right, is he?
Can I go first?
Go ahead.
No. I know you're going to look at his numbers. You're going to say he's averaging 25 and 11. I feel like the Hawks as a whole, I feel like they're surprising people. Dejounte Murray is playing great defense. He's shooting like 43% from three. Trae Young, I have two things to say about Trae Young before y'all go. Number one, he's a very overrated shooter. He's overrated shooter.
For this season, absolutely. Yeah.
He's shooting under 30%. Last year, he shot 31% from three, 32% from three.
So he got that. So he was better.
That's okay. Do you think 31% is a
No,
good 3-point shooting?
It is statistically better than 30%. Yes.
Don't fall for it, don't
Okay,
fall for
okay. That's semantics. Let's move on. He's a bad shooter. All right. And also number 2, I know people still say it, but we have to stop it now, guys. Let's stop saying the name Curry when we talk about Trae Young. They are nowhere near the same player.
Oh, no. They stopped that like year 2.
No. People still say if he shoots 130-footer, oh my God, is that some Curry? No, we're not doing that. Of course, like we get it. At Oklahoma, he shot a couple 30. He shot a couple 30-footers, and he's light skinned. He's nowhere near Steph Curry. They're different players, but I don't think he's top 10. I can name 10 players that
we can say Steph Dame Luka, Fox, SGA, Tyrese Halliburton, Ja.
Yeah.
Take Ja out.
No, but we know.
Like, stop acting like
Ja's
Ja's not a
healthy,
point guard.
better than Trae.
Ja is in jail.
Ja is in the NBA.
No, he's not.
Like
they're 2 and 7 right now.
You're on strike. You're on timeout.
No, he's in NBA jail. He's in NBA jail.
No, he's in the
better
NBA.
than Trae.
Hey, we're taking Luka over Trae.
Yeah.
Okay.
Steph.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna start this up. Okay, listen. I'm gonna say 10%. Name 10 point guards that are better than Trae Young right now.
All right, Luka.
Okay.
Curry.
Okay.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Okay.
John Morant.
Okay.
Dame.
Okay.
De'Aaron Fox.
Okay.
De'Aaron Fox.
Tyrese.
This is controversial. I'm taking Jamal Murray.
Okay.
I'm taking Tyrese Halliburton.
Okay.
Oh my God, I'm two left. No, I gotta think.
Brunson.
Ooh, that's tough.
I'm taking Brunson over. I'm taking Brunson over him.
I don't know if I take a. Hey,
come on. Time to get nasty.
This time to get nasty. This year, who's playing point guard for the Phoenix Suns? I'm taking Devin Booker.
Oh.
No,
come on, kick him out. Now you're reaching.
Okay, no,
Maxi, maybe.
Maxi's playing point. Maxi.
Okay.
You're reaching.
Why is there a question mark? Why is there a question mark?
I don't know, because like
you have Maxi better than Jalen Brunson.
Yes.
This guy's no ball. This guy's no ball, bro.
Tyrese Maxey is a top 5 in the MVP right now. What are you talking about?
Is he better?
Why'd you wait till 9th? Why'd you wait till 9th to add him?
First of all, this is not a Jalen Brunson conversation. We're talking about
The answer is yes. The answer
we
is
need
yes.
one more. We need one more. Hold on. I'm not letting you go anywhere. We need one more.
Okay.
He doesn't have one.
I do have one.
Who is it?
Okay, this is on the spot.
But they're going up there.
Huh?
But they're going up there.
5, 4,
I'm not right up there.
2, 1.
There's one. I plead the 5th. There's one.
Hey, this goes to our point though. For someone that's as good as Trae, he's now at the lower end of his position at the 10. Which is
give me a list of point guards right now. I guarantee I could find another one.
This fan has a second question: are the Hawks better if they move them for pieces? I know you guys are gonna say what pieces, but just imagine the best possible package for Trae Young. Are the Hawks in a better position? Go.
I don't know, but the name because it really depends on who they get back.
Think of the best possible thing.
What's the best possible thing?
Think of the best possible thing.
Put Cat on there. Put Cat on there. Are they better?
I wouldn't trade a second. I wouldn't trade a second.
Hold up.
I was trying to finish my list. I can't believe I forgot this name. Kyrie Irving. Move on.
Nah.
That ain't it, dog.
No way you guys are picking Trae Young over Kyrie Irving.
No.
He's not a point guard, though.
Kyrie Irving is 100% a point guard.
He's not a point guard.
Wait, so Luka and Kyrie on the same list?
Okay.
This season, he hasn't been a point guard for the last three seasons.
He is
reaching. You're reaching.
For the majority of his career, he's been playing point guard. We're not going to just say he's not a point guard anymore. That's
Bro, he's not a point guard. He's a scoring guard. I'm sorry, he's undersized. He's like what you think Maxey is. If you're putting Maxey, you're going to put Kyrie.
He's been playing point guard most of his career.
Has he? I don't think he's been a point guard since the Celtics.
He's been a point guard for
point guard then.
Oh,
It was his
if we're
jacket.
having-
Ted,
Had
you're
the Marcus
reaching.
Smart next to
Just
him.
take
No,
the L. Take
I
the L.
cannot believe that I'm on a podcast with basketball watchers and we're gonna sit here and say Kyrie Irving has not been a point guard.
Because 10, you rated everything
That
off this.
if we're
10,
gonna say that
10,
Kyrie's not a
you
point
Wait,
guard,
just give him
we don't
Kyrie.
know
Give him
ball.
Kyrie.
No, I'm gonna ask you one thing. 10, you came in with the preference of this season. All right, you said for everything you said about Trae Young, you said this season. That's what
Okay,
you said.
no. If we say that, okay, I'll give you that. Kyrie.
You got a guy
Kyrie
who's not a
Irving
point
gets
guard,
you.
and then you got a guy who's in NBA jail right now on that list. Like you're
No,
reaching.
Come
You're
on,
reaching.
come on.
No,
The way
John's
that
better. Listen, 10, I'll give you that. John, I will take John in
John's
NBA
in the
jail over
NBA,
Trae Young.
and we're not gonna follow that narrative that Guled keeps pushing that John Morant's not in the NBA. He's in the NBA.
He's
All
not.
right,
He's not
next
even out in the
question.
arena.
Next question.
Let's move on.
Trust me, I'm on the Grizzlies page. I haven't seen him once.
And Darius Garland, by the way, I know he's not playing.
Okay.
But Darius Garland.
Isaiah Brunson's better than
Hey, you stink.
than
This
Garland.
is this. I like these questions coming up. All right, this guy give us 2 questions. All right, he had a Clipper question, but we already covered that. All right, how far would the Timberwolves go if they had Tyrese Halliburton on their team? And I'm gonna say this because I tweeted this over the weekend. A team with Tyrese Halliburton, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Nas Reed, and like Gobert, I guess. Right? I don't want Cat there.
I don't want Cat.
That team is the second best team in the West after the Nuggets. Second best.
I agree, kind of.
That is the
I agree.
second
I
best
agree.
team in the Western Conference.
And
Listen.
while I agree with you, I think Mike Conley's doing a fantastic
No,
job.
he's doing fantastic.
And I think this still is something I've been saying for a whole year now. Trade Cat.
Yep. Did you see the recent report by a unnamed GM?
What do they say?
I don't know if it was unnamed GM or like one of the reporters. They said they wouldn't even. The Cat might not even be worth picks right now.
All right, that's nuts.
No, that's Cat.
I don't think that's crazy. I don't think that's crazy.
No.
I mean,
Cat.
Cat's been terrible. Cat's terrible.
Timberwolves
He's
are
not
playing
terrible.
great.
No. He don't play good though.
no,
Yeah,
he's not terrible.
Timberwolves are playing great with Cat on the team, but I do agree with you. When Cat's not in the lineup, they do play better. I feel like they have a much better lineup with Nas Reed playing on the floor
They're
instead
much
of
better defensively.
Cat.
The ball moves more, or actually, the ball sticks in better hands. I'll say more.
The problem, I'm on the trade Cat train because I feel like this team is actually a championship contender if they wake up.
They're a conference contender.
I know, but I think I am rating Cat highly in the trade market. I think you can get back good pieces for him.
Absolutely.
It was not too long ago where he was voted by GMs as the player that they would start a franchise with. That was
you
literally
know how different the NBA looked then? Paul George was in OKC. Kyrie was in the Celtics.
My point is you saw what they traded for Gobert.
Yeah.
The team needs to stop being incompetent. We're past the KG eras where they made mistakes and been basketball hell. They need to capitalize on what they have in their hands. They have Anthony Edwards. They have Mike Conley, who's one of the best point guards.
Say his name. The center. Say his name.
They got Rudy Gobert playing pretty well. They got Jaden McDaniels. They have pieces. They just need to wake up and trade Cat.
I will say, and this. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, brother.
I just want to say, shout out to Rudy Gobert. Thank you, because I was really starting to lose my stock in you. I thought, but now I'm buying again.
I mean, it's easy to play defense when you have Jaden McDaniels and Ant on your team.
That is true.
Whatever.
It's almost like
McDaniels touched my man.
I'm gonna save myself. I'm about to start a rant. I was stopping myself. I just want to say it's almost like if you have good defenders around you, a good center in the paint can go lock down the paint if defenders are good.
Cat for Siakam.
To Goulet's point earlier, he said, Cat's good. My issue is this with Cat, right? How tall is he? 6'10", 6'11"?
6'11".
We'll give him the 7-foot tag.
We'll give him 7 foot. He plays just like Christian Wood. Okay. The brother doesn't do anything that resembles what a big man does. Okay. He chills. The way he plays is an oversized wing, right? But as an oversized wing, turnover prone, black hole, and he's just been messing up the space. Because let me tell you, you already have good wings and Ant and McDaniels, right? Go play the block. Go set some screens and roll hard. He doesn't do anything as a big man and has been limited. Oh, Gould's gonna say, but he's just been doing what made him good this whole time, shooting.
I wasn't gonna say that, but I mean that's a good point.
It's not enough though. All right.
I think he has expired.
He's
in
not.
the Timberwolves.
That's what I think.
He has
That's what I'm saying.
expired.
He's such a unique skill set.
Yeah.
I just don't know what team can afford to, because he's not a ceiling raiser, right? So I just don't know what team can afford to get him. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, this is definitely if they're gonna trade Cat, it's gonna be this year or at the latest this offseason. Because I feel like what the Timberwolves are waiting for, of course, like at one point he was the best player on their team, and I think now they see life without Cat on the team, especially like while he's on the team. When he's on the bench, the team's playing great, and they can kind of see what place we can keep. And then Guled, you brought up a good point. Siakam would fit on this team perfectly.
Oh my god, a secondary playmaker.
Perfect. He doesn't really have that much of an ego. I feel like he wouldn't have that much of an ego. He'd defer to Cat. I know he'd defer to Ant. And then he's a good defender. He can rotate. He can switch. But
he would play small ball.
Cat went out. Cat doesn't fit on
with them.
Yeah, they play small ball, and like Siakam can be your lead, which I know is my calling right now.
He could be a good forward.
Yeah, they could do those lineups because you know how like Gobert is always like, okay, no shot at Gobert. I respect him this year, Sadik. He's playing great defense.
He just has his flaws, and it's okay.
He has his flaws. There are points where he gets exposed, where they pick him out on defense sometimes, and if someone like Siakam, where they can go 5 out, beautiful basketball.
Yeah. Hey, but he was also been tied to the Knicks too, so they could potentially. They can get Randall.
I think it's a shame that Cat. I think it's a shame that Cat skill set and his position on the team is becoming outdated and unnecessary on this team, and it's partly due to his regression, but it's also due to accession, whatever the word is. Getting higher.
I don't think Cat is regressing. I think he just needs a little of that Andrew Wiggins syndrome.
He's regressing because his role hasn't gotten wider.
I know, but look at Andrew Wiggins when he was called this and that on the Timberwolves and got traded to a championship team and was taught new habits and he excelled in that. I think that can happen with Cat. I really do.
Do you see what Andrew Wiggins is right now?
Oh, an NBA champion.
Yeah, and NBA champion that's getting like
an NBA
0
champion.
minutes.
An NBA champion.
I think we know, like I think I kind of agree with it. I think this Cat is just more like Cat can be a new environment. He was more. He can be a good starter. And
why does he need a new environment? It's his team. They have a good coach.
It's not his team anymore. It's not his team anymore. It's not his team.
The team
it's his team as much as it's Ant's team.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
You guys are
I'm not
talking about the image. I'm talking about he has just as much like responsibility as one of the best players on that court.
I know, but he's not. No,
so that means he has the ability to affect the game and positively change his stature. But he continues to have these issues. That's on him.
But it's been on him. It's been on him for 10 years.
That's what we're saying.
It's been on him for 10 years.
We're agreeing with you, Abdi. We're agreeing with you.
I'm agreeing. Yeah, but more responsibility has to be on Cat.
No, it's on Cat. We're
had this coach for 3 years or so.
It's easier to trade him.
Abdi, what I'm saying, Abdi, the role that they give him, the job with the responsibilities, he's no longer meeting them. Right? Yeah. Before he was best player to go out there, go develop and be into an all-star. All right, and some wins here and there, and maybe playoffs. He did that. Cat, good job. Now the role is, we made playoffs. I say it all the time. Once you reach, I say it all the time, and I've yet to be proven wrong. Once the team reaches the playoffs or whatever, that's their new floor. Outside of trading, whether so now they made playoffs. But
he's never took them to the playoffs, by the way.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
Jimmy took them. I
know, but I'm saying.
And Ant took them to the playoffs.
All right, but I'm saying at the time, right now, the floor is, we made playoffs. Let's get out the first round. Let's do something outside of the first round. All right.
Hey. And I hear your points and I agree with you, but the reason why I was so passionate right there is because we always hold these franchise accountable. We always do, right? Yeah. We always say, hey, you didn't get the talent. They got him Ant. They got him Conley. They got him Gobert. They got him McDaniels. They got him a good bench. All I'm saying is they gave him that big-ass contract. I'm just saying, help us out now, you know?
No, they didn't do him a favor by getting Gobert. I'm sorry.
I
They
mean,
didn't
I
do
mean,
him.
I mean,
They didn't do him a
in
favor by doing that.
theory, it was supposed to be a little cooler. You know what I mean? Like in theory, they were aggressive and they did that. I respect a
But
franchise that's aggressive.
looking at the landscape of the team now is all I'm saying. Looking at what they have, looking at the future. If they want to win a championship,
Hmm.
one of those bigs have to go. And
And
I
right now
think
it's not Gobert.
it makes more sense to trade Cat.
Yeah, Cat's more
Yeah.
tradable. Gobert, you can't trade that contract right now.
Just looking at it now, whatever happened. Looking at it now, it makes more sense to trade Cat.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All
Let's go
right.
next question.
On to our last question. It's a shame that we would this went from such a great question to just such a quick yes or no. You know, and I'm just gonna chalk this question up and reword it because this is really what they're asking. Is LaMelo back? Yes or no?
Hello, right here.
Yes.
Hey, Miles Bridges is almost back.
As NBA deal, you can't do that.
Before job, by the way.
All I want to say is he's not back. This is new LaMelo. This is something we haven't seen before. This is
Okay.
new LaMelo.
Okay, I like that.
I haven't seen this guy
I
before.
like that.
He has arrived.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is all-star LaMelo for
Still
sure.
not a fan of the Hornets as an organization, but
Lock him up, jailbirds.
All right.
I think
Before we
they're
get off
thugs.
the Palestine still, I'm out of here, man. You know, love this episode. See y'all next week. We probably got way better content, way better media stuff to come.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
honestly, when Cat gets traded, we're gonna have a holiday.
Let's take it off that week. No podcast.
We're calling
All we're
Cat
gonna
Day.
post is a thumbs up photo. And if Guled saying, I'm right.
No,
Cat Day.
I will be right. I promise.
I hope he goes to New York.
Oh, I hope so too because he's either gonna become the best player in the world or he's
Oh,
gonna
nah.
fold.
They're
That's
gonna
gonna be
have
nasty.
a
If Randall
field day.
somehow ends up on the Wolves, I'm dropping all my stock. All of it.
So disgusting,
Hey,
bro.
Randall on the Wolves just might work.
No,
No, it would
bye-bye.
not.
No,
It would
no,
not.
no. All right, yo.
They ain't gonna be like, pass the ball.
Hey, are making a post. All right, join the Discord. We're active in there. We're gonna start doing some watch alongs if possible. No promises, but I'm gonna try my best. All right, that's all I can promise y'all. All right. Good afternoon, good morning, good night. Everyone have a good time.